In a world where geography defines destiny, few questions shape a nation's future as deeply as access to the sea. For Ethiopia, a land of history, resilience, and ambition, the search for sea access is not merely about trade. It is a story of identity, strategy, and survival. For a nation of more than 130 million people, the sea represents far more than a shoreline. It is a symbol of sovereignty, opportunity, and pride, as well as historical roots. Ethiopia's economy, one of Africa's fastest growing, depends on trade. Yet every shipment must pass through another nation's port. And that dependence transforms geography into politics and trade routes into matters of national security. A sea outlet is more than a passage to the ocean. It is a gateway to growth and connection, linking domestic progress to global markets. But access demands trust, negotiation, and vision. And every corridor, every railway, every port deal reflects the delicate balance of diplomacy and power. Since losing direct access to the Red Sea in the early 1990s, Ethiopia has relied almost entirely on Djibouti's ports. The partnership remains vital, yet reliance on a single outlet carries risk. When more than 90% of Ethiopia's trade passes through one route, any disruption, political, economic, or military, becomes a national threat. That's why Ethiopia continues to explore alternative corridors through neighboring countries and regional transport routes to diversify access and restore strategic balance. The Horn of Africa is one of the world's most strategic crossroads, where the Red Sea, Gulf of Aden, and Indian Ocean converge. This narrow maritime corridor carries a major share of global trade, attracting the interests of regional and global powers alike. Along its coasts lie foreign bases, leased ports, and rival investments, reminders that the Horn's waters are as political as they are commercial. When Ethiopia, the region's anchor and largest economy, voices its desire for sea access, the world listens. Some see partnerships, others sense competition. Every move carries regional and geopolitical weight. A new sea outlet could transform the region, boosting exports, lowering costs, and creating jobs that benefit coastal neighbors. Ethiopia's pursuit of sea access is not a cry for confrontation, but a vision for connections and a call for collaboration. It reflects a nation determined to unlock its full potential and share growth through peaceful cooperation. In today's world, sea outlets are far more than harbors. Rather, they are symbols of power, dignity, and independence. Ethiopia's journey to the sea must be guided by dialogue, balance, and mutual respect. Because in geopolitics, reaching the sea is not only about water, it is about stability amid shifting tides. Recent developments have added new tension. Ethiopia has expressed concern over President Isaias Afwerki's visit to Egypt and the understanding reached between Asmara and Cairo, seen by many as an attempt to exclude Ethiopia from Red Sea pacts. Addis Ababa responded firmly, warning that such actions undermine regional trust and cooperation. Historically, Port Asab was Ethiopia's maritime gateway, a vital trade artery before borders shifted. For many Ethiopians, Asab remains part of a shared history and justly divided, not a foreign possession. While Ethiopia continues to champion peaceful dialogue and partnership, it insists that its legitimate interests and historic ties to the Red Sea must be respected. As Ethiopia looks toward the horizon, the question is not which sea it will reach, but how it will navigate the turbulent waters of regional and global politics. The answer will define its economic strength, strategic independence, and future place in the world. For Ethiopia, access to the sea is not a dream of the past. It is a necessity for the future, not a matter of geography, but a matter of destiny.